So I think KARL, he's the one going to be carrying his team through. I think I prefer T1's draft.
You just like to keep with the light.
I do.
Typically, you'll see it just become a support.
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes into the game. But I don't think that's a bad thing when you already have Magnus and Slark as your primary damage dealers. And the 5-position Pango is actually a really smart pick against a hero like KOTL. You look at the T1 lineup. If they don't chrono the rolling Pango, the 5-position, he's just going to gun straight for this KOTL. And KARL, I think, is going to be the man to watch. We've seen this exact matchup go the KOTL's way, but I think that's typically just because... you just outfarm. Purge did a breakdown watching 9 lane against a mag. You just farm easy camps and out GPM.
Yeah, just feels like both heroes pretty much farm away. They're not going to really kill each other necessarily unless somebody makes a huge misstep. But all right, what are your thoughts on KOTL as a mid hero like in this patch? Obviously, just farms the crap out of the map as a whole, but it's not the most typical mid. It doesn't have a lot of mobility. It is fast on his camel.
I think it is very telling of the change in the way that professional players understand Dota, how they draft and what they prioritize. Right now, the ability to push waves and farm the map efficiently is huge. We've had a lot more emphasis on like the macro element of Dota 2. So, end of the day, KOTL is going to farm a hell of a lot faster than almost any other hero. You can reduce cooldowns on your allies, which is going to be good conceptually because no other hero can replicate this. And find a way to make that work in your draft, right? The high damage helps. The fact that 3 nulls mean you immediately kill a creep wave from 100 to 0 is pretty nice.
Okay, tell me this thing, because this is the one thing I don't fully understand yet. When you pick KOTL, what makes you want to play at 1 as opposed to a 3 or even a 4, which still get a lot of farm in these games, right?
I think it's kind of complicated if you don't actually hear the team comms. It'll come down to who prefers it in a lot of ways, but it's also about crafting a lineup around it. So in this game, you have Tide and Void. You want this KOTL to be mid because he's going to provide a ton of damage throughout these big teamfight controlling spells. You already have the catch, right? You need a hero that actually shoves waves because neither Void nor Tide have a ton of lane shove. Tide would prefer to just kind of chill by the Ancients. Void really slow until he comes online.
Okay.
And
yeah, so kind of like, it's almost like a Lina type, right? Just shove the waves early on, has burst damage, but a little bit different gameplay. Obviously gives you a lot different team fight in the mid game if you go for like an Aghanim Scepter or something like that, but we'll see what happens.
That's the thing, you can kind of buy whatever you want, right? But at the end of the day, it's just lane shove and global mobility. Like KOTL pops ult, blasts 1 wave, TP's next to bottom, and now he's in a team fight. But your top lane is 100% pushed into tower. Yeah, but all that XP was shared with the Snapfire, and Chris Luck's doing a good job just ensuring he gets max farm as well, cutting the wave, pushing, doing what he can to apply pressure whenever KARL moves into the jungle.
Oh, we're going to see the skewer into the RP with Schofield on the sideline. They don't have that much damage, but a lot of lockdown. Schofield taking most of the damage, in fact, is KARL turning it around with the help of Mr. Zephyr. If he continues to be this strong, I wouldn't be surprised if AUI comes out of retirement. This was his hero back in the EG days. Would just sit in the jungle as position 4, and was definitely not as good as is now.
It's going to be tough for BEASTCOAST to hunt KARL in this game. They kind of use their one shot to dive in middle, but outside of their 5-position Pango, nobody's really great at rolling. Yep. Yeah, he's just dead.
KARL's got his Illuminate coming through. It's going to end up being a pretty easy kill, but there is the cookie. Time dilation to follow, though. Whisper, he does get clipped, actually, just on the side for another Illuminate from KARL.
And when you have a hero like KOTL, like... it's a lot of damage, and I like this decision too. If there were a game for Dagon, this is it. It's 9 minutes in, right? You've got triple null, fairy trinket, you're huge.
Oh my God. Stinger, yeah. I mean, it is a support Pango, but ain't getting out of that. 1 Illuminate basically took 80% of his HP.
This is the snowball. And getting their Slark ahead. The trouble is their Slark is real behind at the moment. The matchup against Void used to be terrible because he could just like leap your leash. So now you have this ability to offensively hunt him, but you still have to favor Void throughout the game.
Is he actually dead here?
Oh, yeah.
Solar, but it's such a sad death, just like in slow motion. He knows what's coming, but can't do anything about it.
And this is the other thing about core KOTL is like you get this huge level advantage. And in a game like this, I think it's kind of necessary. The solar bind, like it's just so much damage.
Yeah,
Suns fan.
And with that, with the travel, he's again just a part of basically every single kill. Double kill across the map for KARL, and into the jungle he goes. Dagon on its way. We're going to watch this in ultra slow motion so you can feel the pain of Stinger. And the joy from
No, this, I will say, it just doesn't feel
no,
fair.
is this a replay or I guess this is a different kill. All right, KARL is absolutely crushing right now. Man, it must be really fun
but
to play
see,
KOTL right.
it looked up. We got an egg, we got a chrono, whisper, nice
the
bash.
is there. Egg does pop
So
just in range.
you can see,
Okay, this would be a huge kill. Oh, RP not quite in range.
too fast.
Yeah, the old man's too fast indeed.
It always is, but not really, unless he can get to a point he can solo kill KOTL.
All right, well, Schofield dead again. Okay, well, that, I believe, is a blink dagger now. Picked up by the keeper of the light player, KARL. As you can see, a glimpse, Whisper inside the kinetic field. Press the attack, attempting to TP out, but the Ravage is there just in time. And KARL, yes, indeed, he gets another double kill across the map. The second of the game.
I mean, think about last time. KARL can do that without buying any mana regeneration, right? Lina would have to, get Void Stone or go back to base. KOTL never goes back to base.
All right, well, there is a Mortimer's Kiss is coming through. Looks like Zephyr's going to take the worst of it here. Still alive, though, is an RP onto 2. No Ravage to work with. Illuminate comes in with the cookie as well. Chris Luck attempting to get out of dodge, but it's not to be. And there's a big Chronosphere on several teammates, but more importantly, 2 enemies. And that turns into a double kill for 23 Savage. A 3 for nothing. As Stinger, I feel like we've seen this 10 times this game.
Yeah. Attempting
to TP out. And all right, that's a new one. That's a new page in the book.
He's rocking 14% spell amplification.
I mean, how much different? The Null Talisman, the fact that it does that and you can clear an entire wave makes this like really, really good.
I think we talked about this last cast. It's just the best of the 3 build-up items.
Coming in. No, that's going to be a Phoenix kill. That's a nice pickup for BEASTCOAST. Second dual victory of the game. 20 damage to boot. Stinger gets the Rolling Thunder off. Looking for something. All right, gets the shield crash with that slow. Something I've yet to talk about. Okay, Static Storm is there for Zephyr. Glimpse back. Not going to save his life. So it's a 2-for-0 in BEASTCOAST's favor. They've expended quite a few spells here, and KARL is still in the vicinity. Chris Luck.
Oh, my God.
All right, the burst damage just out of control for KARL. And he is super fast as well. K1 on the sidelines with that Shadow Dance, trying to apply all the pressure to KARL that he can. Actually gets the pounce off for a moment. Stinger still taking some damage, but looks like he'll walk it off. In the meantime, 23 Savage starting to clean up here. 2 dead for BEASTCOAST. Will be 3 very shortly as Stinger takes the fall.
He is legitimately playing these team fights like he's Gandalf.
What a play by Whitemon. Thank you. MVP so far this game. Forget about the KOTL. All right, K1. Oh, Lord. Oh, not quite enough damage. He's in Shadow Dance. Nice job by Cuckoo trying to block, but it's not going to be enough. And you can see that a Rolling Thunder was used just to try to protect his cuddly little teammate. As we see the Echo Saber now picked up by Chris Luck. So Blink, Echo Saber. And that's the hilarious thing is he started off the game fine. It's just the discrepancy between him and KOTL is just not remotely close. He's going to get glimpsed back into the river. 23 Savage getting protected by the egg. We see Mortimer's Kisses on the sideline. Not really going to connect on much as Dagon. Another kill onto Stinger. And that is a Dagon 5, I believe. Yes. Wow. Fully upgraded.
You don't see
now
that every day.
Is E-Blade on the menu? Is that a thing?
Maybe Octarine.
Okay. Well, Octarine...
More absurd cast range.
It doesn't stack anymore, though, right? With the Chakra?
It's no, because
or is it a
Chakra lowers like the cooldown on your existing spell.
Amount.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
so it would work.
RP onto 2. Got the Sunray coming through as well. Chris Luck puts him in the vicinity of the tier 2 tower as well. And a Chronosphere now to follow from 23 Savage. Just cleaning up onto Schofield. Gets 2. But it is a 2-for-2 in the end of the day as T1 is now on the retreat. K1 really wants this kill on Faceless Void. But with KARL, still has that Illuminate. Doesn't look like it's going to connect on much. And 23 Savage is going to get dueled. This will be an enormous kill. But there's a Ravage to try and protect his life. Looks like he's going to live through this. But there's the pounce again, keeping him in place. And K1 getting a much-needed kill there. Trying to turn this back around onto Tidehunter. This is a pretty big fight for BEASTCOAST if they can continue. But yeah, KARL is still here. Stinger lives for just a little bit longer. But KARL, again, a kill. 14-0. Oh, that is an Aghanim Scepter from afar from Mr. Snapfire. Beautifully done, and Tidehunter is taking the brunt of this damage. Oh, he gets the Ravage off. He's actually surviving. Whisper has to pop the BKB and retreat, and K1 attempting to get out as well. Inside his Shadow Dance, RP to save his life. Just on the KOTL, back into the fray for K1. And look at the damage now. Chris Luck and company, 23 Savage, basically gets all his HP back, though. Now Chris Luck inside the kinetic field is going to get bashed down by 23 Savage. This looks so good for BEASTCOAST. So good, but they're going to lose 4 instead. Oh my goodness. God.
How did they win that fight on T1?
It just takes one RP.
Yep.
But we'll see. 23 Savage in the mid lane now. And he is starting to get more and more farm. He's going to see the Chronosphere on his teammate. That is KARL. He's going to get...
gobbled him.
Okay, nice gobble from Schofield. Gets the cookie up. Can't get to the high ground, though. So down he goes, but at least he saves his teammate. 23 Savage pursuing even further. Has the SNY Maelstrom. He's not... Doesn't have a ridiculous amount of damage so far, but he doesn't really need it. Double kill for KARL. Just continue to steal kills. 23 Savage would probably have an extra item if he wasn't taking all these kills from him.
I love the that mechanic, like the Pudge Shard and it's just so cool.
Yeah, Zephyr gets off the static storm, but there's the BKB, and K1 will just get. That'll provide him a lot better opportunity to kind of go in and out. He's gonna get bashed though into the pounce. All right, he's actually taking heavy damage, but back he goes. K1 already uses his ultimate. 23 Savage jumps in. Does not have Chrono, though. There's the Ravage, and Slark is just dead. The beginning of the fight. Goodness gracious. BEASTCOAST falling apart now. 12K net worth lead for T1. You might be right on the no KOTL death after that one.
That was very odd. He didn't have VKB, so...
Yeah, he used it to get away from the top.
Yeah, as soon as he gets glimpsed, he's just dead. Ector just playing with a little too much bravado, considering the state of the game, and likely opens up the racks.
That's a nice skewer into the tier 3s, but a lot of the damage mitigated again. And here comes KARL from afar, doing so much magic damage, taking another kill for himself. Double for KARL, and he is just on an absolute godlike streak. Old man C is correct. All right. Amplified by 83%. That is that's pretty disgusting.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Quite a bit. So this is going to be a full set of racks in the mid lane. They cannot go for megas as the top lane still has a tier 1, but they could go for this bot racks if they choose to do so.
I will say, you just don't see this very often, right? Like
KARL gets another kill, by the way.
You know, what other hero in like Dota history did this sort of thing?
Yeah, like it's like 21-0.
Like the Quap dominance of way back in the day, like maybe a Tinker with the who's just taken over
in a pro match.
Like not even has this. Obviously, mid players have dominated before, but like in this manner, like I'm just blasting you off the map, killing you. Like what heroes have done this?
Nothing comes to. I'm sure there's something, but
I guess Invoker with the.
Oh, we have the Chrono. There's the Illuminate, the BKB. Well, that's from the Shard, from the press the attack, but Slark is dead again. No buyback to speak of. We have the duel coming out. Looks like we'll find one kill onto Zephyr, but the Dagon Express is here for KARL. Continuing to rack up those kills and, well, kill the racks as well. They could probably just go for the Ancient, as GGs are just called, actually. So, an absolute stomp from T1, and KARL did not die. I believe 21 kills, 2 kills, something. A 20 bomb, as the Counter-Strike guys would say.
T1 fans rejoice, you know, the dawn of the 7th day.